The man who started 1 minute earlier. Every morning, the city woke up slowly. The streets filled with people walking to work. Cars moved through the traffic. Shops opened their doors. The same sounds repeated every day. Among all those people, there was a man named Oliver. Oliver lived a quiet and simple life. He worked in a small office in the center of the city. His job was not exciting. Every day looked almost the same. He woke up at the same time. He drank the same coffee. He walked the same streets. He sat at the same desk. For many years, nothing really changed. Sometimes Oliver felt that life was moving forward, but he was standing still. Days became weeks, weeks became months, and months quietly turned into years. He was not unhappy, but he was not truly happy either. It felt like something in his life was missing, but he did not know what it was. One winter morning, something small happened. The alarm clock rang like always, but Oliver woke up 1 minute earlier than usual. Just 1 minute. At first, it did not seem important. 1 minute could not change anything, he thought. But that morning felt slightly different. Because he had 1 extra minute, he did not rush out of bed. Instead, he sat quietly and looked out the window. Outside, the city was still sleeping. The sky was slowly turning from dark blue to soft orange. The streets were empty. The air looked calm and peaceful. It was a moment he had never really noticed before. Normally, Oliver woke up, rushed through the morning, and ran into the busy world outside. But this time, he simply watched. The next day, something interesting happened. Oliver woke up 1 minute earlier again, and again, he looked out the window. The quiet morning slowly became his favorite moment of the day. After a few days, 1 minute turned into 3 minutes. Then 5 minutes. Soon, Oliver started waking up 15 minutes earlier than before. With that extra time, he began doing small things. He started stretching his body in the morning. He read a few pages of a book. Sometimes he wrote down his thoughts in a small notebook. These were not big changes. They were very small. But something inside him started to feel different. The days no longer felt empty. The mornings gave him energy. Weeks passed, and Oliver continued waking up earlier. One morning, while he was walking to work, he noticed something he had never seen before. There was a small park hidden between 2 tall buildings. He had passed that street hundreds of times, but he had never looked carefully. Inside the park, a few trees stood quietly in the middle of the city noise. Birds were moving between the branches, and sunlight touched the grass. Oliver started walking through that park every morning. It was only a 5-minute walk, but it changed the feeling of his entire day. Slowly, Oliver began to notice more things. The colors of the sky, the sounds of the wind, the rhythm of the city waking up. For the first time in many years, life felt alive. Months later, something else changed. Because Oliver was waking up earlier and using his time better, he started learning new skills. He read books about ideas, creativity, and personal growth. He wrote small thoughts every morning. Some days he wrote only a few lines. Other days he wrote whole pages. One day, Oliver looked back at his notebook and realized something surprising. Those small thoughts had slowly become stories. Stories about life, stories about change, stories about small moments that people often ignored. Oliver decided to share one of his stories online. He did not expect much, but people began reading it. Then more people read it. Soon, thousands of people were reading Oliver's words. Many of them wrote comments saying something interesting. They said the stories made them stop for a moment. They said the stories reminded them to slow down. They said the stories helped them see their own lives differently. Oliver was surprised. For many years, he believed his life was ordinary, but his small daily changes created something meaningful, and it all started with something incredibly simple. 1 minute, just 1 minute earlier. That single minute slowly turned into better mornings. Better mornings turned into better days. Better days slowly created a different life. Years later, Oliver often thought about that winter morning when he woke up 1 minute earlier. It did not feel important at the time, but sometimes the smallest moments become the beginning of the biggest changes. Many people wait for a big opportunity to change their lives. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for motivation. They wait for the future. But real change often begins quietly. It begins with a small decision, a small habit, a small moment that most people ignore. And one day, that small moment becomes a new direction, because sometimes the most powerful changes in life do not arrive loudly. They arrive silently, just 1 minute earlier. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring English stories that can help you improve your English and your mindset. And here's a question for you. Have you ever experienced a small moment that changed something important in your life? Maybe it was a simple decision, a short conversation, or a small habit that slowly changed everything. If you have a story like this, share it with us in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else today. See you in the next story.